Hello, my name is Cubic Camera, and, well, no. How does the intro go again? Hello everyone, my name is... Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I am tired because I went on a good run and felt like throwing up, and I don't know if that's because I ate too much beforehand, but, you know, I did that. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Now with that being said and all that jazz, I think it's been a good second or a good hour. So yeah, just gonna play some Hypixel. Yeah. Oh. Oh, right. Now, as a fair warning, as goes with the Hypixel Reban stream series, how to warn anybody that might be watching it this very second. Doubt that they're anyone, but that's not the point. The point is that one must know that I absolutely will not be reading the chat, most likely. Whenever I'm streaming Hypixel. Because another thing about Hypixel Reban is the fact how I'm just playing the game. And if I be playing the game, I'm just playing the game. Yeah. It's almost like a playthrough in itself, you know? So yeah. By the way, if anyone knows this game, Guardian Tales, what's really cool is I recently came back to the game. I'm easing into it. I think I already talked about this, but one of the peeps who is one of the members, you know, they're currently the guild master, guild leader. I don't remember what the title's called. But, you know, they own my guild now, which is really neat. They can keep it, that's fine. I don't know if I'm going to disappear again. Yeah, I wouldn't count on myself to, like, really stay too much now, because I'm a lot more busy these days. I got a lot more going on, other hobbies and all that jazz. And, yeah. But it's cool how this person has maintained the guild for like 2 years. 2 años. Or, ni. I don't remember what year is. Give me a second. Year. Horseshoe? I don't remember being horseshoe. Alright, well, let me put this in a translator, because let me actually say, I'm learning the language. I should continue to learn the language. 2 years. Oh, fuck you. Word, not the number. Fuck you. That doesn't help me. Actually, I don't... Alright, okay, anyway. Whoops, wrong thing. 2. Yes. Ni, then kan. Then kan. Well, let me see what Nenkan is. Period of year. Oh, hey. Okay. Period of year. So, Nenkan. So, Ichinenkan would be 1 year. Cool. Ha, nice. I forgot how hours work. Anyway, I should probably practice Japanese during the summer, otherwise I'm gonna forget about it. Yeah. Well, let's hope on not that happening. Anyway. I was telling my friend this, so I want to say this now. Get this right. Speaking of exercise, you know, I was thinking one day, like a year or so ago, I want to go ahead and go walking with my friend, because I think that'd be chill. It was anything but chill, because I felt like I was going to throw up and pass out afterwards. Because, you know, they thought it was a wise idea to end up, giving me the exercise that you would experience the first thing as like in boot camp in the army. That's fun. Yeah, I was thinking I was just gonna go on a cool little stroll, talking to a friend, chatting and all that jazz. Nah, they want me to die, basically. But yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, that was something. Anyway. I'm thinking, I want to be healthier. But I'm also thinking, if I'm going to feel like I'm going to throw up every single time I work out, I'm a bit reluctant about the idea of doing it on the daily if I'm going to feel like throwing up every single time. But, you know, I'm all for doing exercise on the daily. It's just, I don't like the whole feeling like throwing up type of feeling, and I feel as though there's probably a remedy. My other friend is also saying, no, that's how you know you got a good workout. I'm like, maybe. Oh, come on. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Oh, I died from red light. That's so dumb. Lovely timing there. Evie Joan. That's something. But yeah, anyway. So I was looking at the recordings, and I found that, what's it called? One of the big problems that I'm finding is that I'm allowing them to shoot me, and then I'm trying to shoot at that time. Instead, I need to get on a certain beat. You know, there's a rhythm. Heck, what's really interesting about when it comes down to bow PvP is the fact how there's like a very specific rhythm that happens. And that's why when it comes down to like in Sky Wars, whenever you're actually going against someone who's using a bow and they're hiding under a cover and all that jazz behind a wall, they have a certain rhythm that you can predict in which, you know, they've got a timing up until they're actually gonna jump and shoot, you know? And you just gotta predict that. It's a very interesting thing. But yeah, one of the biggest problems that I'm having with the duels is the fact that I'm not, I'm shooting slower than them. So what I gotta do is, you know, start, you know, releasing the arrow before they do, which, you know, is like, of course, no dirt, but at the same time, it depends on things. But, you know, in those circumstances, you know, I gotta start resetting and doing a faster pace, catch up with them, because, you know, yeah, they're going all offensive, and then basically what you're doing is going like in a weird defensive way, but you're not even helping yourself, unless you're actually making the shots. But even then, you're still losing health because while you're aiming, they're shooting, and while you're shooting, they're aiming again. Shoot you before you actually release for another arrow. Alright, I'm out of here. Point in case, this seems like a small environment for some reason. I don't know why. It's weirdly small. Ooh, you see? Because I'm going all slow and I'm taking my time instead of actually shooting. I just need to... Oh, crap. Okay. See, they're waiting on me. It's my big old problem is they're all waiting on me and then, you know... Ah. Okay. Nice, okay. MDTT. Yeah, a little either milk or crack on your nose. Whoops. In these moments, you just start. You gotta start actually speeding up because you don't have the luxury to actually slow down. What's happening? Okay, anyway. So if you don't have the luxury to slow down, then you absolutely must like synchronize something and go faster. Compensate. like a weird tug of war kind of deal, you know what I mean? Anyway. To the classic duel! See what I can do. So another problem that I've noticed is that, one, my aiming is horrendous, and my actual, what's it called? My, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? I threw it away again. Whoops. Yeah, well, I can't really do anything if I drop the thing, man. Where is it? Okay, well. Oh, okay. Anyway, what is it? My aim, but also, I'm not strafing good enough. I gotta start strafing better. You know, I gotta do better at the strafing. See, whatever he's doing, I gotta do. You know what I mean? I gotta start going in more of one direction, not the band. And yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I also got to do a better job at the W tap, because I think I could have gotten a combo there if I actually did it properly. Rolling your R is pretty fun. You know, doing the trilling R. Am I? I doubt. Anyway. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, rolling the R's is really fun. It's also helpful if you want to learn another language. Strafing. Use keybinds, etc. Yeah, that's all I can remember. Wouldn't say I'm insane if I'm still getting like absolutely comboed. Also, you beat me, didn't you? I don't remember. Oh, whoops, caps lock. I'm gonna... But yeah, no, I wouldn't say I'm exactly insane if I keep getting, like, immediately killed instead of Sky Wars, but that's nice, though. Anyway. To Sky Wars! And to die. Yep. Anyway... The Pie Master. I want to try a meat pie. I don't know if I have. You know what I could do? Not right now, but definitely tomorrow. I could totally go for some pecan pie. But I won't, because that costs money. And I'd much rather spend it on better things. Maybe better things. I'm not too sure. But the moment you actually move, you're gonna... 3, 2, 1... Yeah, the timing was off. How many seconds? What was it, 6 seconds it took you? Yeah, anyway. Wow, you really doubled up on that. Oh my goodness, I'm getting dizzy. What the? Oh my. Wow. No, I don't know what you're trying. Oh, okay. Oh. Eesh. Wow, what was that? It was like if I was under some sort of like a platform that was like able to move. Huh. In almost like a gyro way. That was weird. Huh. Always important to drink water. Yeah, that's fair. Did you fall though? No, you land. You made it. You made it. You definitely made it. A shame. But you were still thrown into the abyss. Right. Of course. I keep forgetting. What are you? Push. Okay. Ah, crap. Should have aimed a little right. A little to the right. Yeah. No, I think it was good elevation. Maybe by block, too. Alright, Buckaroo. You're donezo. Crap! Also need a dodge. Keep forgetting about that. Not that I could have in the moment. Well, maybe I could have. Ah, I'm doing horrible. You? No, okay. Maybe. Yeah. You didn't want to take the jump. Yeah, whatever. Fair. Oh no. He's goated. He's goated with it. Oh my goodness. But he has so many more arrows than me, probably. What about you? Oh, okay. He definitely could have gotten me by now. He's good. Good. Where was I gone wrong? That's a good question. Am I losing my touch? Yeah, probably. It also probably doesn't help if I'm being too conscious of it. The more I think about it, the worse it'll get. That's why I gotta stop thinking about it. Start doing it. Huh. Kudos. Ah, crap. Wait. 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 Oh no. Wow, I'm doing horrible. This is like horrible performance. I'm doing abysmal. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? I am disappointed in myself. Alright. That's it. Man, these guys suck. I just got here and you already lost? I'm jesting. Hi, Josh. A little bit higher. I feel so sluggish though. Oh, horrendously sluggish. Is the bow duels being a bad influence? Yeah, maybe. Should I be blaming it though? No. Definitely. How would it not be? Dang. Oh, that's horrible. Wow, and what a technique. Golly. I mean, you're making it inconvenient for yourself later, but, like, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that done before. Yeah, for this one, I'm gonna go back. I'm just doing horrendous. Slow, so sluggish, so sloth-like. Wow. Maybe one hour too much. Interesting. Only 30 gold. That's too much to help me. And the classic thing that happens when playing on this. Oh. Myself. Oh. No, I swap teams. No, too far. Nope, too close. Oh, wait. Okay. Ah, gosh. Taking the arrow though. What am I doing? A little bit to the left would have worked. They've already gone this way. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just not paying attention. Yeah. I don't know, go team. I am out of it. Or maybe this is usual. I can't tell. More importantly. Crap. Focusing on me. Yeah, that's fair. crap, yeah. I knew that wasn't gonna hit. I think I shot above him and a little to the left. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's on there. Sure do love how my stuff is bouncing instead of actually hitting the target. That's a delight. Wouldn't have made it either way. Right, okay. Maybe I should just stick my guns. Nonetheless, there's dead mouse. Which is, I think, a unique thing to see in this day and age. Okay. Yeah, he was waiting on that. Those tough moments. I guess next time if I see the guy, I'm gonna have to actually stay grounded. That way I can actually dodge his attacks rather than be airborne and whatchamacall. actually move and navigate. That's whatever I'm seeing over there. Not enough. No, right. I think I should also practice the messing up these days. Dang. Unfortunate. My aim is horrible. As you can see, I was very much lacking behind where he was and where my aim was. So I ought to figure that out. That's for sure. Ran into the guy, didn't W-tap. Should have continued left. And yeah. Who are my peeps? Okay. I don't know what you expected. One thing they've got going is a lot of strafing. Now that's the one thing. I'm also forgetting how to move properly. Great. That's awesome. Yep. See, that's the frustrating thing, is the idea of, one, me trying to be courteous really has screwed my mindset of whenever I actually use the bow and when I don't use the bow. Not enough arrows to actually use the bow. Meanwhile, if you always go to the middle, you have everything, but if you go into the middle with the bow kit, well, you got nothing with your armor, so... or nothing to do with armor. You got nothing but the bow. And you can't exactly fend for yourself if you go immediately, unless you have a sword, but... well, then again, I could do better. I could always do better. Then you ought to question about the whole thing of, you know, even with all the, what's it called? Even with all the, little thing that you practice inside of, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. You have an axe? And you, no, you definitely have an axe. You just do all this. Great. Same dude. Yeah. What's it called? The duels, you know, they can only help so much, you know, in practical. Teach you how you're supposed to do things, but there's definitely a different dynamic in the game itself. Which is good, which is good. Very frustrating when you're doing okay instead of duels, but then you suck balls. But it's down to just simple experience. It's just down to practice. Down to practice. I think I'm overthinking it. All of it. The big little difference is that they're not waiting for me to land. If they land for me, what am I saying wrong? Don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. I wonder. It was straight left. What I'm thinking. Yeah. I think another issue that's being had because I keep playing Bow Duel. If I were to put something on. In fact, how the way I'm predicting things are so much worse. Distance. Yeah. Direction. All my overestimations. Might be because I'm used to a little bit of how they move. Forgetting about how they move here. If it's all practically the same as doing that, why even nerf it then? They're real. Right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, you know? And it doesn't even seem like the guy's taking any knockback at all. So I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not strafing enough. Or something. Sorry about that. I'm still overthinking everything, I think. That's what I'm thinking. And one way I can stop overthinking it is just realize a very certain thing. I'm not gonna spill it out. I mean, for Pete's sake, what am I even doing wrong there? And no matter what I'm practicing inside of duels, I don't know what's happening here. I'm doing something differently, certainly, but I'm just really confused, you know? I'm not good at duels. Don't get me wrong. It just feels like a lack of progress. Like you make one step forward and then like 2 steps back, you know, that kind of deal. You know? One step forward, 2 steps back. But, okay, let me just spell it out. I'm overthinking about it. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I don't... Thank you, I made it myself. I also gotta say, you are really good at the bow. And man, am I overthinking everything. Also, I wanted to say I don't look at the chat on stream during Hypixel Reband series. Or streams, sorry. But man, yeah, no. Download for the pack? Yeah, it's called, what is it called? It's, QE expansion. Yeah. I'll show in a second. After I die. Alright. Well, yeah, okay. So. Alright, let's check it. Give me a second. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. Here. Nope, wrong thing. Okay, here we are. Video's not previewing. Don't know what's up with that. But, yeah, here is a Q expansion. Yeah, something I made a long while ago. Go ahead and read all this, too. As well as the updates. And while you do that, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna read a manga. Alright. Well, that's done with. Yeah. Golly. You know, I ought to tell you, I don't know what to do exactly to make more progress, you know? Work on the duels and all that jazz and work on the aim. You know, just doesn't seem like I'm making much progress, you know? Yeah, definitely not. But hey, maybe it's because I'm tired. Because I did just do exercise that's really exhausting. I have to try to keep that up for a daily basis in order to get healthier. Oh man. Anyway, no idea if you're still here, but hope you enjoy that resource pack. I loved making it, and hopefully, you enjoy it too. I don't remember seeing this person. Yeah, nice. Glad to hear. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna... Oh, thanks. I don't know if there's too much to appreciate with my streams, because I'm mainly just dying and questioning how I could actually possibly get better on my journey to hopefully get banned again. Well, I don't know about hopefully. I don't know. If I get banned again, it's going to be like my 3rd time getting banned, so we'll see. I'm waiting in anticipation. Yeah, no, thanks for tuning in. Cool. But unfortunately, I don't know if I have too much substance to add. So more than anything, y'all are going to just mainly view a death compilation. Sweet. Thanks. That's really nice of you to say. The reason why I want to get banned, or rebanned, it's mainly to prove a point. I think I'm worse at the bow these days, but, what's it called? You know, one big issue that I'm having is the fact that, what's it called? Yeah, so, what is it? Let me think for a second. Okay. Right, so, on the first 2 times that I was banned, I had no idea what caused the ban. I looked through all the different things that could have caused my ban, but I don't know, it's just there's nothing there. So, you know, thinking about it, you know, seeing all these different things, I just seemingly got banned for absolutely no reason, which, you know, it's a bit of an unfortunate thing. What's it called? And, you know, the second time I was banned, I decided to archive every moment that I was playing Skywars, and that I would present all that evidence, you know, of my second ban to, you know, prove that I was innocent. But, seemingly, what's really funny, and you can actually see the moment I was banned the second time, thanks to a 7-minute video that I posted with only the date of when it was recorded. And basically, as you can see, did nothing, got banned for it. So, you know, using that, I was hoping that was going to be a good way of, you know, getting unbanned, but lo and behold, whenever I actually submitted my request, or my appeal, it was denied in 3 hours by a person who was looking at my crap at like 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. potentially. I don't know. Somewhere in that time frame, they were looking at things from like 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. and they denied my appeal, which, you know, aggravating that, you know, it was such a willy-nilly decision. And not only that, but I looked at my own YouTube statistics, because you can do that, you know, and lo and behold, again, they didn't even look at the videos. So whenever I got banned for seemingly nothing, and I have all these things to back myself up, and I sent all this footage, you know, the moment I was banned, few moments before I was banned, and the day before that. Is that so? That's unfortunate if that's the case. Yeah, that does track. So, I don't know, point case, they didn't look through the evidence. Tried making a little riot. Not a riot, actually, but, you know, just by trying to put the awareness out there that the system kind of sucks, and I got banned 2 times for no reason. And, on their little subreddit, the official affiliated one, and got banned off of that one too. They threw away my post immediately. Meanwhile, you know, any other post that's talking about their own ban, those posts don't get taken down immediately. They last for days. Mine didn't even last an hour. So that's funny. Probably because I was compiling a bunch of different things that really put them in a horrible light. Not like I was exposing them or anything. No, it's just a simple, I compiled all these different interactions that I had with all these staff members trying to fix something up. Just to show that, I tried my best to not get banned, and even whenever I was banned, I tried my best to get unbanned. And nothing helped. Nothing helped. It all sucks balls. So here we are with, whoops. What is up with that? Hypixel reban, where it doesn't really matter anymore. This is my last time truly archiving or showing my experience with Hypixel. And if I get banned a third time, it does prove my point, which is, I had a theory. It may not sound like the most fun theory, but I really genuinely believed that for the 2 bans that, happened, it occurred thanks to me using the bow all the time. I was always dubbed as a bow spammer. Heck, there was like 2 people that called me the bow spam god, which is a very strange title, but, and slightly derogative in a very funny sense. Especially because no one calls anyone else like the sword spam god. It's like, there's more nuance to melee and bows than just simply, what's it called? There's more nuance. Who are you? What's it called? It's like 7 other people. Huh. As I was saying, though, there's just more nuance to the bow, and than I think a lot of people appreciate. Or, gosh darn it, what am I doing? So, anyway, long story short, this stream series is arbitrary. Sorry for taking forever with this whole weird rant. It's just, point in case, it's arbitrary. The moment I get banned on the stream, my point gets proven, I think. Because if I was banned for doing nothing, then I ought to question, is it because I was using the bow and that led to a lot of people mass reporting me, Because that's what I think. My theory is that because I used the bow a lot back then, it led to my ban 2 times because people hated me so much that they decided to, mass report me. And thus led to that. So, yeah. But, I will tell you, if I get banned again, this is not going to be a thing to happen in the 4th time, So, just a little event, basically. I was talking about it with a friend, and he was like, isn't that, like, really over the top? Ain't that, like, overkill? And also, it's a bit much. It's a lot of effort. And I was like, no, it's not really much trouble at all. In fact, I'm quite fine with it. It's fun to stream these things. Okay. I was gonna die from fall damage anyway. But yeah, that's the summary of things. And you know what? I will check chat. I don't typically, but let me just look at them. Interesting. Yeah, thanks. No, it is very... it's very much that. So, all led up to this point. Pinnacle things. Ironically, though, I'm kind of sucking balls at the bow at the moment. So, my days of being decent at the bow might be over, which is a very big shame. Because I keep getting all whacked up and confused about whether to balance things out using the bow and, going full on melee and all that jazz. Because, you don't want to be too obnoxious with the bow. You want to have a courtesy. At least that's how I visualize things, is having a courtesy between using the bow and not using the bow. Heck, for a frame of reference, I could target this guy the entire time if I had more arrows. But, the key is you don't want to just camp and wait at the guy, start building, and then shoot him off. That's scummy. It's annoying. Oh, he's gone. Alright, this guy's an example. So, of course, you know, the best course of action would just be, you know, just let him go. And you take a few shots, doesn't work, whatever, and then let him go. It's almost like catching a fish, you know, and the courtesy of letting the fish go. You know, you could totally, you know, hold on to them. But, yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, thanks for chatting. Yeah. It was good fun. Sorry for the rants and all that jazz. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in. You know, very much hope you enjoyed the resource pack. It was actually designed with the bow in mind. Give me a second. And back. Let's see here. LARPer. That's a good name. Right. Don't mind this. Direction was it again? Lost. I'm out. Yeah, I'm stun locked. There's two things right now going on in my mind. I ought to question. One, I'm overthinking things. I'm getting way too tense about something that's simply a video game. I'm overthinking it. You know, if you're getting this tense and even smashing the desk, not the keyboard, by the way. I care deeply about the technology I have. I'm respectable that way, you know. Anyway. But you know, nonetheless, to rage at such a game, not a good feeling, not a good thing, getting so tense about it. And maybe it's because I'm just really tired, and that's not a good thing either. But then too, I feel like I'm at a roadblock. Because I genuinely don't know if it's wise to practice using bow duels, because in terms of accuracy, you know, the way that you're supposed to predict, I'm doing okay at the duels. I mean, it's just a different environment, you know? Way different, you know? One of the big things that I actually thought I was good at back then was simply just Skywars bow stuff. In terms of actual duels, here, it's a different story because it's a flat area, no obstacles, no psychology. Well, there is psychology. There's always psychology. But, you know, it's a different dynamic. It's got a whole thing going for it. You even got a little ender pearl, you know? Plus, you know, the distance that I'm actually shooting away from them, the big old problem is that, you know, people don't typically move like this. And inside of, like, Skywars, it's slightly different, you know? And as for the other duels, you know, you have this classic duels. I'm doing okay-ish. I'm not good. Well, no, I'm not good at it. But I'm doing a lot better than I was before, you know? But I'm making so many mistakes. And that all gets really transferred up into, my bad. Ah, crap. Didn't mean to use the bow. But, you know, all these little mistakes that I'm doing here definitely is seen in Skywars, where instead of making good progress and actually getting a few kills, I'm just dying at every single interaction, you know? I'm looking at these things. Particularly, there's aim. That's for one. I need a better consistency at W tapping. That's for sure. Better at strafing. I'm just need to be better at everything. And while I keep adjusting these things, it doesn't really seem so fruitful in the actual events. And while I did win there, and while I am winning these few ones, it doesn't really help if... What's it called? I don't know, it's a different environment. So that's why it's a little conflicting. Should I continue to use duels as a practice ground if, you know, it's not even representative of the actual gameplay in, you know, Skywars? Or should I just keep playing Skywars, but thanks to the circumstances, the actual interactions that I get in are always not the greatest? Hey, it's that one. They look familiar. Man. And see, if I'm taking that much damage, then clearly, I'm just gonna die, you know? Because I feel like to actually show a little bit of a representative of the skill to not die, you ought to simply, what's it called? Actually be dodging and not be taking that much damage. So yeah. I'm in a roadblock currently. Because there's something I feel as though I'm missing. Maybe it's because I'm just overthinking every interaction too, you know? I don't know. Why is there no one in this lobby? How long have I been streaming? Yeesh. I don't know, maybe things will be different if I just get sleep. I do need that after all. Tell you what, this is the first round going up to 10. But yeah, no, it makes me feel a little bit of shame. Not the skill thing, no, sorry, let me complete my sentence. The part that shames me is that I'm getting mad. I shouldn't be getting mad. It's a game after all, you know? In whatever circumstance in any game, we're all just playing arbitrary concepts after all, you know? Everything's arbitrary in the world. So, you know, with that in mind, there's a lot of reason to not be mad. Because being mad at something so arbitrary, you know, that's supposed to be fun, supposed to be a hobby almost, you know? I mean, anything could be a hobby. You know, it's a little disappointing. Instead, you know, you should keep a composure in these kind of circumstances. Especially because none of this matters in the end, you know? Whether I'm doing well or not doesn't matter to anyone else, but I'm putting an emphasis to my own self that makes me somehow get mad. And because of that, you know, it comes down to this whole thing that's going on. Who are you, man? Okay, that's round 1 though, so this is round 2. Sorry, I was saying that was really funny. So many interactions where I just go against someone and then shablam, there's just someone there. Out of nowhere. I don't know, so many people just kind of... Sorry, it's a funny name. But yeah. So point in case, I'm taking it too seriously. That's in the essence what I'm thinking right now. I'm getting needlessly frustrated, you know? And that's not good. Round 3. If I'm not making progress right now, I'm assuming I just need sleep, you know? Maybe that's the healthy thing. Is that whole, like, sleep. After getting a good load of sleep, yeah, maybe I'll be performing pretty well. Was that the guy that I killed? Can't see anymore. That's fine. How'd you die, though? And I just got here and you're also dead. Round 3, though. Yeah. In conclusion, you know. Yeah. This dude. With that being said, it's time to head into a zen. Or something, I don't know. Keep doing that. This is round 3 or 4? I'm gonna say it's round 4. Alright, well, can't tell if I'm counting correctly. Round 5. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good name right there. Round 6. Okay, so the guy was obviously dodging pretty well. That's nice. And on stairs. Very impressive. Come on, man. Have some dignity. Round 7. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of regret with taking something so seriously. Losing composure over something so simple. It's a shame. Something to feel ashamed for. Round 8. Ought to be a good sport. Okay. Round 9. Bummer. Wow. Yeah, that's totally fair. Round 10. Yeah. And that's about it. Okay, in conclusion. I don't know, but give me a second. I'm gonna try something a little different. Right. Okay. Well, that's about it. I don't know. I did that. Well, I don't know. Introspection time. All right. Bye.